Hey, what's up humans? Today we look at a bargain of a knife, the Little Crocodile TwoSun TS282 by Denxin Wong. Let's dive in. I first saw this knife late in October 2020 on Mr. Wong's Instagram and was drawn to its cyberpunkish, rugged industrial design. With its exaggerated lines and oversized thumb studs, one can see quite quickly where the inspiration for the Little Crocodile came from. Its blade sports a very shiny satin finish with stone wash accents and what looks like a flat grind. Billboarding is not as dramatic as with some earlier TwoSun models, and the factory edge cuts through paper like... The slight drop point blade makes for a great all-around slicing and light chopping machine. The right-hand biased frame lock is of full titanium construction, held together with primarily T8 torque screws and standoffs. T6 torque screws are relegated to keeping the textured titanium inlays in place. The TS282 is really easy to disassemble and maintain, and in my example, there was no Loctite on the screws or the D-pivot from the factory. For those who like to make their knives their own through anodization or other means, the inlays come off easily. If you look close up, you may be able to see that the scales also have a very finely milled stonewash texture. The blade does ride on KVT ceramic bearings and track steeled washers. To get an idea of the knife's size, here's a side-by-side comparison with the Spyderco PM3 and Yojimbo 2. How does the Little Crocodile feel in hand? Well, in short, it feels as soft as metal can be in the palm, very comfortable in all the basic grips, from the saber to the pistol and pinch grips. The generous finger choil also extends your purchase options. You can creep up on the knife for more control when making finer cuts. What makes this knife so comfortable is a great ergonomic neutral design and its excellent fit and finish. All of the edges of the knife, from the spine of the blade to the edges of the titanium scales, are machined down to well. In my medium-sized hands, you barely notice the pocket clip as well. Speaking of which, let's take a look at how the TS2 looks in the pocket. The tension of the clip is just right, firm enough to hold, and light enough to slip in and out easily. Now let's talk a little bit about the knife's action. Available for deployment are both thumb studs and a front flipper tab. The action is very snappy and tuned well via the thumb studs, with either the Spidey flick or standard thumb deployment. The oversized thumb studs, coupled with its elevated position away from the scales, makes access very easy in either the left or right hand. However, the action with the front flipper is just okay. Closing the blade is smooth, but not drop shutty, and is also a little late over the detent ball for my liking. But the detent ramp on the blade helps with that some. Lockup is solid at about 25 to 30% with no vertical or horizontal blade play. The blade is also nicely centered. So I would rate the action a 4 out of 5. Overall, I found the TwoSun TS282 by Mr. Wong a fantastic option for everyday carry and use. It's a great slicer with superb ergos. The fit and finish with this TwoSun was excellent. I've probably reassembled this knife about 3 times since receiving it earlier this year, with no issues in the action or blade centering. However, some notes for changes: finer usable jimping on the front flipper, stone washed or working finish on the blade, and having the blade clear the detent ball sooner. But with those minor wishes aside, what you get with this Little Crocodile is also a little bargain of a gem. I have seen these on eBay for around $55 to $70 when they're listed. If you're patient, you may be able to snag one at a great price. Other options available for purchase include Amazon or WhiteMountainKnives.com. If you found this video enjoyable or helpful, please consider subscribing. That would be brilliant. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.